welcome back.
Welcome to the channel, guys. What's happening?
Gotta go and take care of a bit of business today.
Taking care of business on the road.
Getting a new mod for the caravan.
Exciting.
Yes, and we're going to go on some adventures.
We are. We've actually got a lot planned for this episode, so you're going to have to stick around. But taking care of business first, travelling full time, you have stuff to do. But I am so keen for today. Guess what, Mr. B? I'm getting a present. I'm so excited. Yes, mail has arrived. I love the Australia Post app because it tells me when everything's here to be collected. So we're heading off to the post office. That's our first stop. And we've got a whole heap of stuff here that we've actually got to post to people, friends,
grandson.
family, grandson.
So I got him some, he's a bit of a basketball nut.
Yeah.
So I got him some stuff in Bali.
We've just had so much on that we haven't had time to actually get to the post office.
Yeah, so when I spoke to him last, I said I have a little surprise coming for you. He was a bit excited about that.
He was.
I think Mum may have told him what he might be getting.
Ah, spoiler alert.
I think she might have said a basketball top or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just saying Mum may have told him.
Yeah, we love FaceTiming as well too. Yeah. And it's a really important thing to do when you travel full time.
Yeah.
Is FaceTime.
Keep in contact with the grandkids and their family.
It always makes me upset when I FaceTime everybody, but then I'm happy that I've been able to see them. So
yeah, so that's our jobs. We're going to head out and do them. We've
got to change over our SodaStream bottles. I know this might seem like a basic, but these are really good to have in the caravan. We generally keep around about 2 to 3 on board because then when we are in more isolated places where we can't get replacements, we've got them on board. It has saved us a lot of money on buying even just soda waters and tonic waters and stuff by having the SodaStream. I reckon I go through at least 3 litres of SodaStream a day. So we always get these swapped over at a Shell servo, which is incorporated with Coles. I find that they're the cheapest, around about $15 if you do a swap. Secret is keep the box because they'll take it in the box, but they won't give you a new one. You actually just get the canister. And I find with traveling with the van, having the box, it's definitely a safer option from them clanging around. So top tip for that. I've just noticed you're all cashed up.
Yeah.
Even though the cash is blending in with the doona cover.
Yeah, that's okay. So I usually like to keep a bit of cash on hand, especially if you go to areas where they've got really bad reception and you can't tap and go. Even
for petrol, we've had that happen.
Petrol, and just things where you may need a little bit of cash. I just like to keep a bit on me. Cash is king.
Absolutely.
You know, you lose it, it's going to disappear.
Yeah.
So always, I want to say, at least keep, I want to say, about $250 in cash.
Well, we used to actually, way back in the day of the Jeep, probably because it broke down a lot, and we were always getting little cashy jobs for people fixing it.
Yep.
We used to keep about $500 in the visor. But just because you know where our cash is now,
doesn't mean it's going to be there.
Doesn't mean it's going to be there. We could move it. But that's just another little top tip.
Yeah, you always have a little bit of cash on you because you never know when, like I said, especially when we went to the Cape, the reception there for the petrol tap was really bad, and we spent probably about 15 minutes with the owner trying to get it up and running.
We did.
And I just said, look, I'll just pay you cash. And he goes, yep, that's fine. But up there, they're a bit iffy about cash because the petrol place doesn't want to have thousands of dollars of cash because then they can't get it back to the bank.
Yeah.
Without having to drive it themselves.
It's a bit of a bittersweet. But also for markets and local things, I love paying with cash.
Or when I was having surgery once, Mrs. B went on a girls' Jeep weekend.
Oh, I did.
And she actually ran over someone's kayak.
Did you have to bring this up? Like, this was so long ago.
Anyhow, so it was lucky that we had some cash because the lady was very furious. It was a brand new kayak.
Yeah.
And she made you buy it, but wouldn't give you the paddle.
No.
And then you and your friends decided to, after it was all bent and thing, tried to take it down the river, charter boat.
We did, yeah, charter boat. Yeah, anyway, that kayak actually cost me $150.
Well, it's lucky you had some cash on board.
It was, and it did take me a while to tell you that story, so I guess that's why he's rehashing the story.
Yeah, she didn't tell me while I was in hospital. She waited till I was in hospital for 5 days and she just disappeared. I'd had surgery, I was doing my recovery, and she's off gallivanting around with the girls in the Jeeps.
Yeah, living the dream. Hey, I brought you back donuts, stop complaining.
Oh yeah, 1 kilo donut.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Jobs to do.
Jobs to do. And we are also, as I said, adventures. We're going out to Litchfield because guess what? It's all open.
Yep.
Everything is green light ahead. We've had no rain, so I reckon it's going to be all clear. So if you're keen to stick around, I'm so keen for waterfalls, swimming, and seeing what else we can find. We did chat about this a little while ago, traveling, because a lot of people always ask us as well, you know, like, where does your mail go, stuff like that. I guess a lot of it does go by email and that type of thing, but these lockers are a really good option for when you're traveling, if they are available. And the other thing is also just check, like, perhaps where you're going to be like in the next week or couple of months, because generally the post office is brilliant. They'll hold stuff there, and we've sort of used that a lot on our travels as well, haven't we?
Yeah, they usually hold it for 2 weeks of the date that you advise them.
Yeah.
But you can always just contact them and speak to the postmaster or mistress.
Yeah.
And just say, look, who I am, what's going on. I'm getting some parcels delivered. Can you hold them until I get there?
Yeah.
And if you're running late, just give them a call and update. Yeah, they're pretty good that way.
I mean, we've had that happen. The other thing I like to do is I actually like to phone ahead and give them our name, let them know approximately what date something's coming, and they've actually made note. I've not had a problem with it yet, so yeah, just a little fun fact there. But anyway, got our bag of postage. This is going to cost a fortune, I tell you. Australia Post, they're making some big bucks. The caravan mod, Mr. B, are you going to show everybody? What are
you? Gas bottle.
Yay! And you know what? We actually found Shane. Introduce Shane.
Shane Shearing from TTY in Darwin. I'm the local boy here.
Absolutely.
Lightweight caravans, as well as not only sell composite gas bottles, anything to do with lightweight, convenient and safe. I'm your man.
Shane is the man. And on that note, as we always say, keep your weights under.
Yes.
This is going to be one of the best mods we're going to get to keep our weights down. But we actually saw you guys at the Darwin 4x4 show, which we were at only a couple of weeks ago. You were run off your feet, yes, reason why. Which is great, we love that.
Good for us, because it's not normally like that, because we're a bit of a bespoke type of situation. So yeah, it was very good for us this year.
Absolutely.
Plus air conditioned.
Oh, I said to everybody, I said, oh, I'm not sure what it's going to be like, but being in the air conditioner, it was great. Nice. Yeah. And we love to support local businesses as well.
Thank you very much.
And when you contacted Shane, quick as a flash, we had a reply, and look, we're here picking up not one, but two of these bad boys. So I just quickly caught a few of the stats. So the weight, definitely we're going to be way under by
when you're talking
changing it
significant weight on your ball weight. You're talking, but when you're going for 2 gas steel bottles to 2 of these, it's around, depending on the size, because of 8.5 kilo gas bottles, it's around about another 18 to 20 kilos difference in weight. So that's quite significant off your ball weight.
It is.
Yeah.
And then that transfers to your rear axle and so on, and then it's a bit of a snowball effect potentially. So if you're trying to reduce it, especially if you need to reduce your weight, not real good if you need to.
Who doesn't need to reduce their weight?
Oh, some people do need to put weight on. Some caravans are excessive and some people aren't. So, but ball weight's the most important number in regard to when we're weighing caravans, because it influences so many things.
It is.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do, I know that you guys are up here, but what I'll do is pop the link right down here.
Yeah, come and get weighed.
And you know what? There's so many people following us at the moment. The vans are just coming north. And if you need a weigh, if you need any gas bottles, if you need any...
Eye check, Boss gear.
Oh, how good is Boss gear as well? Yeah.
We're on the sole stockers for Boss gear, as well as comp gas here in the territory, and eye check as well.
Fabulous. That is probably another mod coming to replace those leg things, stabilizers.
Yes.
We're wanting a set of those. Oh, I don't know.
I've got a little demo over there. I can show you how it all works.
Do you guys want to see that?
Yeah.
Actually, I think have you got time to show us? Oh, that'd be great.
Helping out all
Alrighty. Well, we're going to get 2 of these, and we're going to show you how the Boss leg thingy-jigs work. But you know what, guys? Put in the comments below if you already have composite bottles. What do you think to them? The Boss legs, like how they've been going and stuff. We've actually got a few friends that are running these, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah, so they look pretty good, but I guess Shane's the expert on this, and he's got to give us a run through.
So
Here he comes.
Here we go. So this here comes part of the deal. It's a 12mm drive.
Yep.
So it's not 1/2 inch, so you can't use a rattler gun and you can't use a impact gun. So I'll just try and wind it up a bit for us. Oop, got a bit excited there. So this push or pull is a patented piece of kit for them. So you can push and pull. So you can either push it, and there it comes. And then obviously you wind this up, put it in there. When you get to the green line, it means you're safe. When you get to the red line, don't go any further so that you can get extensions for them and stuff. This is only a 500, that's why it's quite short. You got to measure from the top here to when it's your other stabiliser legs is in its fully retracted position to make sure you get the right size for what you need. This here swings away, as you might have seen before. It swings away so it's flat. It's probably biting me here because I'm excited and going a bit too fast. So you go to about there. Oh, it needs a bit more because it's still got some weight on it. There we go. Okay. So as it swings away, that sits flat.
Look at that. That looks actually easy enough for me to use.
So it is. They're very good. The only thing every now and then you might have to put this in low gear. So it needs to be a clutch drill. So as long as it's a clutch drill, you're fine. You just don't use the impact or a rattle gun because it will destroy the gearbox inside here, which is a patented piece of gear.
So you don't really need to carry a card.
No, because you physically jack your caravan off the ground. And I've done that with zones, which is old mate's one here, but he hasn't got them on his. But I've done it with zones, and I've got a caravan single axle that weighs 3.3 tonne. Lifts it up, no drama. They're rated at 1,800 kilos.
Each.
Okay. So it'll do it well and truly easily. Just every now and then you might need to put your drill into low gear, so it gives you a bit more torque.
What have we got here, Shane? What's all this stuff? Do I need any of this?
Oh, you probably do. You've got your dash cams, you've got your clip-on deflators, with your screw-in deflators, and then obviously this is what I check it right now for is obviously your TPMS. And the reason why these guys are better than anybody else in the market is that you don't have to put in high or low pre-settings. It automatically does it for you by a calculation that as soon as you screw it on, whatever you set your pressures at, it works at 25% above and 15% below. So if you're doing beach runs and you're changing your tyre pressures regularly, that checks your kit.
Sounds brilliant.
Good stuff,
that sounds good. We've got dash cam. Since we had the accident, we don't even want to go there. But
dash cam now too.
So, we got front and back and
But we used to have similar with we had a Jeep.
Don't judge us. Don't judge us. We had a Jeep.
So Jeep, yes. No. So you've seen the light at some stage.
We did. Yeah. Now we've got a Toyota.
Well, there you go. I had a Toyota, now I have a Patrol. Only because the Toyota had its limitations here in the territory. Because here you can't get GCM upgrades unless you do pre-rego. So that's pre-rego, GVM and GCM upgraded to some
that looks like a pretty
numbers.
good weapon too, by the way.
It chooses your way.
You say you can only get it done pre-rego?
Yeah, only in the territory.
Okay.
Otherwise you can only get GVM upgrades here in the territory.
We had done after we got the Hilux, we had
But
10%.
You know what? I've got to say, in saying that, but the territory have some crazy rules up here, so I'll fill you in on a few of those later on down the track. But that's exactly right. So
we still like the frontier.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not a bad thing.
All right, well, thanks for showing us that.
Too easy.
Maybe we need one of these, Mr. B.
Yeah, and then you maybe need some more wheels.
Don't we have those?
Yeah, I've got some.
I think we've got those.
Which you got the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Look at that, $28 for 7.5 kilos and still light. Maybe I can do some arm curls with these ones.
Look at that, guys. You can do arm curls and I can probably fit some more stuff in the caravan now. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
Okay, so we'll put the new bottles in, 7.5 kilo. Because we had 9, they're slightly bigger. They suggested we just put a bit of foam or pool noodles. I've done that. I've placed 3 bits around. Nice and tight, nice and firm. I can also tighten up the little shackles here if I want to make it a little bit firmer. But I've left it at what it was. I just put some pool noodles in. We've arrived at our first stop.
Yeah, Cascade Falls.
and Curtain Falls.
And I think here as well they've got the lower Cascade and the upper by the looks of it.
The lower today is closed.
Bugger.
So we're going to do the upper, 1.7k return walk. We'll see how we feel after that.
Yeah. And to give you, I think to give everybody an idea, you know, we're still out near how I call it the Howdy Doody, the Howard Springs. So to give you an idea, give or take, and don't exactly quote me, I'm going to say an easy, just under an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you've got to remember there's a lot of people travelling on the roads, motorhomes, caravans, that sort of stuff. So yeah, drive to conditions, an easy drive. You definitely don't need a four-wheel drive to get to this point. There are four-wheel drive tracks, but to get to this point, I'm going to say you definitely don't need a four-wheel drive. The other thing I do want to recap on, and we have said it before, is you must have your parks pass.
Yes, and when you're in the park, you must sit on 80k an hour.
Absolutely.
There are police out and about.
And rangers as well,
and
to tell you to slow down. Yep,
rangers as well. And if you're speeding, they will just give you details across the NT police.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they'll send you a little notice in the mail. So
another one too, always bring enough water with you, never get caught out. And another thing, no pets, absolutely no pets in here because it is a national park. Just quickly getting back to the Parks Pass, I always say double check online is the best thing. To give you a quick update, it's probably around about at the point that we're here at the moment, $60 per person. It goes by person and not by vehicle.
Yeah. I don't know whether Litchfield and Kakadu have two separate parks passes. So.
Well, I'm going to have to look into that again because what have you got? Bitey's already.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've got the fam up here, we are blessed when we have been out to Kakadu. I know that they're actually different governments that run it.
Yep.
So again, just double check. All right, let's stop banging on. Let's get walking.
Yep. Crocodile safety.
As much as they do manage the areas, there is still risk of crocodiles. So at the moment it's saying very low risk, but you never know. I'm just wondering actually, Mr. B, why the lower's closed. Do you reckon there might be some local swimmers in there?
Not too sure. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Let's go check it out. Another thing you always got to remember when you're travelling around, always lock your car. And as we always do, keep your valuables, if you do have any in your car, out of sight.
Or take them with you.
Exactly. We have noticed that there are toilets here. I'm going to say they're pretty basic. There looks like there's a little water tap up there to wash your hands. So there is toilets on site here. Looks like some nice picnic areas as well. And remember to bring your hat. You got your hat on today? I'm rocking my Yeti cap. I like the trucker hats because when you swim they tend to dry off pretty quick and they actually keep your head a little bit more ventilated.
Yep.
Mr. B always likes his bucket hats, but at least he's not rocking that army one today. That one you got, I think we got that when we were out at Uluru last trip.
This one, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's a genuine touristy one.
She's got a bit of wear and tear.
Yeah. That's it. Another quick point I'm going to make about coming out to places like this at Litchfield and Kakadu as well. It says not to bring glass. So if you are bringing your drinks and stuff like that, always make sure to bring cans or plastic bottles. And there's generally no rubbish bins out here as well. So you do need to take everything back with you. So we've just come to the sign that's telling us about the lower Cascade Falls, and yeah, definitely closed. So if you're seeing a sign like this, make sure you do the right thing. And like I said before, chances are there's crocodiles in there and other things that will want to eat you up and you won't come back. So we're definitely not going to be going that way today. We're going to go this way. amazing. There's so many beautiful rock pools that you can swim in and just kick back and relax. Stop number 2 on chasing waterfalls, and we're at, is it called Wangi?
Yeah, Wangi.
I don't know, Wangi, something like that. You know, I'm not going to get the names right, we never do, but we are here at Wangi Falls. Fun fact about this one, I'm going to say, I don't know, 12 months ago, that was a bit of a nibble here by a crocodile.
Yeah, salt water.
So, I don't know, this one scares me to bits, but it's actually meant to be really specky, so there's no guarantee that I'm actually going in. A bit of a disaster this morning. I'm not going to bang on about it too much, but I am going to let you know. We went to Woolies to get some bacon and cheese buns. Like, seriously, how hard was it? No, they don't have bacon and cheese buns because guess what? The truck didn't make it because the buns come from Brisbane, Adelaide, Melbourne, who knows. So yeah, Woolworths, I think you need to lift your game. I don't know why things aren't baked in-house. Basically the bread rolls and all that are frozen. So in saying that, coleslaw, ham, cheese and a loaf of bread, because I don't know, the bread was fresh. So anyway, it's easy lunch for us, and then we'll crack on to the next spot. We're so rustic today, as I always say. I didn't even bring plates, thinking that we were going to get our bacon and cheese buns. So I'm going to use my Coca-Cola box as my plate, slap it together, and she'll be right. If Mr. B complains, well, you know what? He'll have to make his own. How good's lunch in the back of Digger?
Yeah.
So good. On days like this, it's just so easy. We're just leaving here now. It's definitely packing out so quickly. They've got like big coaches and minibuses. Like, honestly, for us, just too many people. Yeah, the campground here, I'm going to say, looks pretty good. Just, again, you need to book online, that type of thing. There is a number of different tourist parks out here in the national park that you can stay at, various prices as well. I was thinking maybe we might have, I don't know, had a bit of a bougie night away, and I looked up the safari park. It had safari tents and that sort of thing. Yeah.
A lot of tents, not too much safari.
It was, well, it did look nice, I've got to say. It was $800 a night. So I'm feeling like they definitely get the tourists in with a lot of ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. But you know what? I think they do have to cater for the people that aren't traveling full time and have got it on their bucket list. So I'm not bagging it. I'm just going to say, I was thinking maybe we could have a night out of the van, but guess what?
But Fam said you can do it in a day.
Yeah, and that's when you said, you're like, nah, we can smash it out in a day and still enjoy it. So it will be, you know, it is going to be a long day, but the day's up here in the top end. I mean, the sun doesn't set till late anyway. Let's head off to our next stop.
Well, we're just heading off to another waterhole, but we're just going through a bit of a smoky fire haze. They're currently doing burn off in Litchfield and the surrounding areas. speaking to some of the locals up here, we found out that the birds will actually start a fire to hunt their prey, being snakes and lizards. So they'll pick up a burning twig from another fire, they'll fly it to where they want to, and then they drop it and let the fire start, and then they collect all the snakes and lizards that get caught up in the fire.
We've just arrived at the Florence Falls car park. We're just checking out the sign here. So we're going to have a look at the lookout, which is about 120 metres. Not quite sure about the plunge pool via 135 stairs. Pathway in's looking pretty good. She's got nice smooth concrete and none of those crazy rocks like we just did before, just saying. Can hear the water already. It's not too bad today, I've got to say. The temperature has dropped a little bit. I think we're sitting in the, well, probably just cracking about the 30, 31 now, but it's actually a lot cooler than what we have had in the past few weeks. So I'm going to say it's probably a nice time of the year up here, definitely, to see these places in the dry season. How beautiful was Florence Falls? Got to say, that was so nice. It was spectacular. But anyway, I just thought I'd change it up. I'm going to take my Crocs off. They have been reliable all day. However, when you have a litre water shoes, I say use them as much as you can. These are brilliant. They're not just like any cheap water shoe. They are definitely designed for walking. They do have a really good arch support in them. You can tighten them or wear them a little bit relaxed as well, and they're just super comfy. Excuse maybe the couple of rocks that are stuck in the bottom. Down through here, you've got heaps of holes, I guess you call them, to let the water come out once you've walked through the water. I tend to wear them just without socks. Brush the feet off there and just slip them on. I've actually been wearing them because I don't really have too many pairs of shoes in the van. I wear them like even when I do a bit of exercise, even doing my skipping or, you know, going for a walk and stuff like that, and I just love them. I think they look pretty stylish. What do you reckon? So yeah, these ones are a litre. I will pop the links below for them. They're not even expensive. I'm going to say these ones probably around about 40 bucks. So I mean, that's pretty affordable. Mr. B's got a pair, but you know what? He didn't bring his today, so he's still going to rock his Crocs. Alrighty, let's get cracking and go to, what's that now? Oh, that's right, fourth. This is our fourth stop off to cool down and refresh ourselves. And then I reckon we're going to try and find you some really big termite mounds. But anyway, let's go cool off. Now I know we're saying this name of this one so many different ways. What do you reckon?
Bewley.
Bewley?
Bewley.
I just want to call it Bluey, as in like Bluey or something.
Well,
but
B-U-L-E-Y. So
yeah,
Bewley.
I know. They've all got really unusual names. Well, some of them anyway. So we're just making our way down from the car park. At this rock, well, I guess it's called a rock hole. We'll use it on its correct terms. But at this one, you can definitely not bring your caravan. So leave your caravans, your motorhomes, park them up. I don't know where you're going to park them up. Actually, you know where you can park them up to get here? Back at Florence, there was van parking there.
Yeah, there was.
And then you can actually do the track to come through here. So if you do have your van or you've got a motorhome, you can actually do that. And I think it said from memory around about a 1.5 to get here. So we've made our way to the main sign here. It's saying that there is a loop walk, which is 20 minutes. Oh, yep, there you go. So that's the Florence walk there. So that's going to take you back to do that loop. So there you go. That's not too bad, I guess. You can do that one there. And again, if you are here, no glass, wear your water shoes, put your sunscreen on. I'm thinking the flies haven't been too bad today. Nah. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's get cracking. The other thing too that I just forgot to tell you, if you did have a van or a motorhome, there's actually that two camping areas back at near Florence. So you would have to book, but there is 2 camping areas there. There's a 4-wheel drive only one, and then there's a 2-wheel drive. So if you were camping up there, obviously you'd just come down here for the day, and no need to worry. So this pathway is looking pretty good. And you know what? There's not even anyone in sight. So yeah, fingers crossed, we've got it to ourselves. Got to be my favourite from the whole day. How are you going, Squeaker? For some reason, it doesn't matter what shoes you wear.
I have bloody squeaky feet.
Oh my goodness.
Even when I was in the army, I'd go on bloody promotion courses, and we had like shared communal showers, and I'd have to walk past everyone's door. They would say, "Beard, can you shut up with those squeaky feet?"
How would you rate this one?
Bewley?
Yeah.
I rate it 10 out of 10.
Yep, 10 out of 10, guys. You heard it from us. 10 out of 10.
Yep.
And you know what? How good was it? We had our own rock pool.
Yeah.
I told you. Living the dream today. Living the dream.
I'm going to say the first one, Cascade. If you've got mobility issues, it's a 3.7k return walk.
Yeah, I was glad I did it.
And it is a grade like 6.
Oh, I loved it there, but here as well. And as I said earlier, the Wangi ones, definitely it's where all the tourists go. So I reckon as much as you don't have the big, epic waterfall, I actually rather swim and do bombies in these rock pools.
Yeah, and there's so many along here that you don't have to fight with someone else for a rock pool.
It was great.
You just find your own, jump in, swim around.
So I've got Squeaker behind me rocking his Crocs. You might have asked yourself the question when I hopped out of the car and changed into my Alita water shoes. I might think about getting a pair of them. I got to say they were definitely great for the rock pools. They've definitely got more grip on them. And you know what? They're just about dry already. So put them on your list. They are multi-purpose shoes for the caravan, weekends, or just, bit of active stuff at home, even if you're not travelling full time.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, when I find mine,
oh yeah,
I'll show you, because they look like the 5-finger Vibram shoes. They've got their own little toe things.
Mr. B got a pair as well.
Yeah.
You've worn them a couple of times, but for some reason he had a bit of a tidy out, and they're in the van somewhere. They can't be too far.
Well, they're in the van, or they're back at G-Dad's. Maybe in a bag, because I pulled everything out of the van before we left. I was just doing a tidy up and getting rid of some stuff that we didn't need. Yeah. And had a bag of stuff that was coming with us.
Did need.
And I think someone's namely this one's put the bag up.
No.
And they're in there, but I'm going to have a good look through the van.
Well, you know what? I reckon we might just get you another pair if you haven't found them in another week. I think I'll get you another pair. All right. We're banging on now. We are going to make tracks. We're going to leave here, see what we can find. We're not quite finished for the day. Gee, we've had a big day.
We left at 9.
Yeah, we've had a big day.
I think it's about maybe 3:30 now.
Yep.
We still haven't finished, like you said.
No. And there's heaps more that you can see as well in here, guys. We've only just touched the surface. We got to, like we always say, because people say to us, oh, have you, finished travelling Australia? And like we always say...
I've only done about a quarter.
No. You've got to leave something for next time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Don't think you can do it all in one day, but you can do a lot.
Yep.
All right, let's crack on.
Termite mounds. I reckon this beauty have to be about 100 years old.
Look at the size of the big fella. This one is probably one of the tallest we've seen. Look at that. And you're a big fella, Mr. B. Hey?
I'd say that's about 4 or 5 metres.
Wow. That is crazy.
And it's like cement.
The thing that we were saying the other day was with the amount of fires that have been going through lately, how the termite mounds that we've noticed in the, whatever you want to call it, the scrub, the bush, you don't see them like charred. No. You don't see them damaged. And I don't know, like I understand that the wildlife go in for protection and stuff, but they're just incredible.
Can't remember that I've told you before, but termites, the builders, are totally blind, and they have some sort of magnetic sense in their head, so they build east-west. So one side's always in the shade, so they've built their own sort of house that's heated or cooled 365 days a year. Magnificent little things.
This is his neighbour, this one. And you can see with this one, it's completely different shape. And also this one is super light in colour. They just blow me away. Fascinating. Could you almost imagine having a time lapse watching something being built that big? Crazy. The other little well, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but the palm that's literally behind me, it's called a sand palm, and there's literally thousands of them here. Thousands and thousands. They're just everywhere. But you know what? I just love seeing them. The landscape here is just truly something that you've never experienced before. Put it on your list, guys. Put it on your list. Get up here to the top end and get out to Litchfield. The sun will shine. Litchfield National Park. I think we're finished around the wrong way, Mr. B.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Because you know what happened? When we drove in, guys, straight past the sign we went.
Yep, that's okay. We're coming back this way. But it's been a fabulous day of swimming holes.
It's been amazing, the things we've seen. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's definitely been a great day. Yeah, but we've not finished the episode. We just wanted to touch base and tell you that the sign was here and make sure you stop for a photo. And we've got more things happening in this episode, so don't switch it off yet. But yeah, that's the end of Litchfield.
It is.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Who knows what's coming up? Yeah?
Yep.
Nah?
Yeah. Fun and fireworks.
Bang! Jeez, check this one out. We're back for another adventure, guys, and you know what? Today is officially Territory Day. So in the Territory on the 1st of July, you get to blow things up. You can get crackers, bang things, I don't know, throw them down, light them up, whatever. So people have been pre-ordering these things for, I don't know, last couple of weeks, I guess. We've stopped off at a couple of places, and now we heard this one on the radio, and I reckon they're doing pretty good deals, so we're going to go check it out and see what we can find in here. guys. You get more bang for your buck down here when you get fireworks. Hey girls, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I don't want to interrupt them too much because they're bloody live on radio.
We are. We're talking nonsense. It's Territory Day. Things are popping off. We're going to be blowing some fireworks up too.
I know. So you've got to come here, buy all of your good stuff. And I was about to say, can I swear?
Sure. We do promote a family channel, but go for it.
Buy all of your good shit, blow it up.
You're on a 100. Woo!
And you know what? When you're in the Territory, be sure to follow these guys. They're an absolute cracker. It's not the first time we met because we did meet back at the supercars. But yeah, make sure when you're listening to your tunes, check out Hot 100. See you next time, girls. Yay! Look at the big box we've got. Oh. All right. Territory Day.
Well,
We're here in the top end for Territory Day. We weren't going to miss it, were we?
no.
Boom!
Sort of brings me back to Afghanistan. I wish I had these for smoke.
Can you just go easy when you put things back?
My Red Bull.
This looks like, seriously guys, look at it. Looks like a Red Bull.
My Red Bull. My Earthquake. These are your flashbangs, extra noise. They look like a Panadol packet, but extra noise.
Look at that.
What else have we got?
Oh,
Hellfire.
what does that even do?
7 goes up in the kaboom. These ones night parachutes, they go up, illuminate like guys in the army will know.
I was very nervous about having all this in the caravan, but it's actually stinking hot outside.
It's not going to go boom unless it's
I know, but I'm
this
still...
this runs like a flare. Kaboom.
Hang on, it's got a 6-pack. Is there 6 parachutes in there? 6-piece.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our pack. Did you tell them about Earthquake? What does that do? That's got a lot of sparkle,
It's
I
about
think.
30, and it just goes up round in the thing and just shoots them straight up in the air like and go kaboom. So all firefighters in the NT Darwin area have been recalled for tonight. There tends to be a lot of fires that occur. In 97, I think, was the last time they had 7 major casualties in the hospital. Sorry, 2019 it was.
Well, that's not that
7
long ago.
major casualties in emergency with eyes. A couple of people lost eyes, fingers. One dude did stick a cracker up his bottom and set it off. Why? I do not know.
There's one in every crowd, right?
Stuff like that. So it is it's only state in Australia now where you can legally purchase and set off fireworks for one day.
I'm excited. I'm pretty keen. keen.
The fines after today are $12,000 and 3 months in jail or 3 months in jail.
But everyone was out there. Everybody was out there. We did go early because we didn't actually pre-order. You can pre-order. And I was expecting probably a lot more people, but as you said, today isn't actually a public holiday, so the crowds are going to gather probably from, I reckon they're going to be knocking off early today, getting their bang for their buck. And one of the major areas for tonight will be at Mindil Market. It's definitely the place to go, but literally all the suburban streets, out on the acreage, you name it, is going to be fully lit up tonight. What do you guys think? Do you reckon Cracker Night should be in other places? I reckon it probably should be. We've definitely done. We put the awning down on the caravan. We put that down. We're letting these bad boys off this afternoon, or this evening I should say, with the mob. The mob's all coming out here to the block. We're having a big family gather with a big feed and stuff like that. So on that note, I reckon we're going to end this episode. It's been a lot of chaos with crackers and caravan mods and a little bit of Litchfield and stuff, so I hope you've stuck around to the end.
Cheers.
Can you not? Just what do you say to everybody?
Go on adventures, have fun. If you're playing with fireworks,
I hope we're safe tonight.
please be safe.
You know what? Wait and see if we're around next episode.
Hey, 30 years, still got fingers and toes and both eyes.
I can only hope. Thanks for watching, guys.
Fire!